Alright, so now on to the strength phase of the SAQ training. So the first one is going to be a 1-3-5 wall drill. So I'm going to be back at the wall here. And all this is teaching is that you want to teach explosiveness, pushing off the plant foot. And again, kind of the common theme here is to flex this hip up as high as you can and try to get this to 90 degrees at the hip. Try to get that knee nice and high. That'll just be maximize the force and help your running speed improve. So to set this up, you're going to place your hands on the wall about shoulder height, so just straight from the shoulders. Place your hands on the wall. From here, you're going to step back, not too far, but you don't want to be too close. And all you're going to do is you're going to start with one leg flexed up here, and then how I do these, how I've seen them done, is a coach can either yell 1, 3, or 5, or any number for that matter, and the athlete, depending on the number, let's say the coach says 3, he just does 3 sprints or steps, you could call them, as quick as they can. So again, starting position, I'm on my tiptoe, on my back leg, hip flexed up, leg up here. So again, if the coach says 3, go 1, 2, 3. Again, focus on exploding up, driving off the ground, getting that hip up, or the leg up, flexing at the hip. Again, you want to do this in a little faster motion. So again, if the coach said, let's say 3 again, you'll be here, 1, 2, 3. Again, you want to focus and finish with those knees up. And again, the main thing about that is explode up and get that knee nice and high. The second one we have is a cycling B skip. So this is similar to the A skip. So for the A skip, we're focusing on exploding up. For the B skip, it's kind of opposite, and we're focusing on, once we're up, pushing down into the ground as quick as we can. So I'll kind of show you the motion, and then I'll add the skip to it. So if I'm using my right leg comes up just like the A skip, but then it kicks forward and extends back into the ground. And again, the main thing is we're focusing on exploding into the ground, pushing into the ground. So you want that to be forceful. You don't want this, and when you're going, you want to explode into the ground. So again, similar to the A skip, so we're starting, boom, explode, explode, explode into the ground. So we're here, boom, exploding into the ground, pushing off, exploding, 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 and pushing into the ground. So that's the cycling B skips. Next one we got line stop deceleration drill, done in a linear manner. For this, I like doing incorporating verbal cues as much as I can. So for this one, all you need is just a straight path for the athlete to work. So how I like to do this, if I was the coach, to the athlete, just to get a nice athletic stance, get ready to sprint, I would say sprint forward. Again, since we're doing it linearly, we can do forward or back, but to start, I'd say forward, then the athlete would sprint as fast as they can until I say stop. So the key for the athlete here is to sprint as fast as you can. You don't want to anticipate the coach saying stop, so you don't want to like pull up after a few seconds thinking they're going to say stop. You want to just be on a dead-on sprint. So yeah, the coach says go, so I'm sprinting as fast as I can. Coach says stop. My goal is to stop, chop your feet as quick as you can, but when you're stopped, I don't want the athlete to just stop. I want you to keep your feet moving, because then the drill is going to continue, and then the coach can either say forward again, so the athlete would sprint forward, stopping when the coach says stop. Same thing if the coach said back. So if the coach said stop, I'm chopping my feet. Coach says reverse, you're backpedaling as quick as you can. He says stop, you stop as quick as you can. Keep those feet planting. Again, main thing here is just the athletes to be in a full sprint or full back pedal, and then when they stop, keep their feet chopping. Next one, we have 4 agility ladder moves. We're going to do 1-ins. So this one, I've seen these done different ways, but how I do it is it's pretty much like you're sprinting through. You're sprinting through, and you just want to have 1 foot in each box. So when I do this too, I would have the athletes go one way, leading with 1 foot, and when they come back, lead with the other foot. So for example, running this way, I'm going to lead with my right first, so I'm going right in, left in, right in, left in, all the way down as quick as I can. So I'm here, right, leading, coming back. I lead with my left foot, so I'm here, left, 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 left. It's important here that you keep those arms chopping. You don't want to run through it like this. Make sure to keep those arms chopping. Next one, we have out, out, in. So it kind of brings you back to the hopscotch days. So I'm gonna start with my feet outside of the box. So that's the out part. And the in part is I bring both of my feet into the first box, and then I bring them outside of the second box, in and out, in and out. So you want to be as quick as possible, so I'm starting in, or starting out. I'm going in, out, in, out, in, out. So as you can see, I'm starting outside, I jump forward, come into the first box, outside the second, into the second, outside the third, into the third. And again, you can do that going back and forth, and just being as quick as you can, out, out, in. Ali shuffle. So this is kind of a fun one. So to set up, your legs are kind of moving like scissors here. So to start, I'm going to have my right foot in the first box, and my left foot is going to be trailing behind it and outside one box. If there's a box here, it's outside the drill now. So as this is going, your trail leg is just going to take the place of your front leg wherever it was last at. So when I move, my trail leg is going right to where my front foot is. And my front foot, if I'm starting in the box here, it's going to end up outside below the second box, or a little below the second box. So in essence, if we was doing single leg, we go right leg in the box, right leg out, right leg in, right leg out. And again, the left leg or the trail leg is just falling. So that looks something like this. Again, focusing on keeping the arms chopped. So again, my trail leg obviously never crosses in front of my lead leg. And just like I said, the trail leg, as you can see, takes position or takes place of my front foot. So my front foot leads back in the second box. My trail leg goes right where that front foot was. And from there, moving as quick as you can. So that's the Ali shuffle. And the last one is the W for agility. So for that one, you're pretty much making a W with the cones. I won't be able to do a full one just for lack of equipment, but we're going to do 2-foot hops. So we're going diagonally, obviously, to make the W. So I'm starting outside the box, and then I'm jumping diagonally to the right into the first box. And I'm going to be jumping outside of the second box, right in front of it. And from here, I'm going to be going backwards diagonally. So I'm jumping into this box, and then jumping diagonally outside of it. And then you continue kind of that diagonal motion. So again, going for speed, diagonal, 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 diagonal. So kind of making that W. So those are the exercises for SAQ training for the strength phase.